Okay, so this is Battletech. Now, the last time, and let's try to get some options here. Because starting is always, I always have like the music. Doing the master volume seems to be going down a little bit. Seems good. I like voices. We'll have the cinematics a little bit down right about here. Ambient sounds there. Yeah, I think this will be good. I have the cinematics a little bit lower because they tend to be a little bit show subtitles, yes. Play audio when alt-tabbed, yes. Because sometimes I alt-tab to do a thing when I'm not thinking about it. Month, day, year. Yeah, that's the way I read it. We're not doing multiplayer. This should be good. Okay. I played a fair amount of Battletech in high school. I mean, by a fair amount, I mean, I never was huge into it. I didn't have that many people I knew that were into it. We had a couple afternoons, my brother and a friend of mine, where we ran small scenarios and all that. Never really played the role-playing game that much, MechWarrior. I played a lot of the action games, MechWarrior, MechWarrior 2, all that. And I still have plans to get that at some point. I have not played MechWarrior Online for some strange reason. This, if you look at the art style of that, it might remind you of Shadowrun Return, Shadowrun Dragonfall, and Shadowrun Hong Kong, and that's because this is by Harebrained Games, who also did that series. And I've played a very little bit of this, but not much. And I was, after Valhalla, I was like, I wasn't sure what I wanted to play next, and I put up a poll with some of the the short ones, the short list, which was Curse the Azure Bonds, Battletech, Torment, Numenera, and the fourth one was Age of Mythology, which Age of Mythology and Curse the Azure Bonds I've actually finished, so I probably shouldn't be putting on to my Let's Plays, since the entire purpose is to make me finish games I haven't finished. But I also would like to show off Age of Mythology and Curse of Azure Bonds somewhat. I've done a little bit of Curse, but not much. In any case, so this is sort of... This isn't really based off the role-playing game MechWarrior. This is based off the war game Battletech, which hints the name. The action games are called MechWarrior, and they don't really follow all the mechanics of the role-playing game because they're action games. But in any case, we're going to do a career mode, I believe. Campaign. We're doing career mode. I don't have any DLCs, so this is going to be flat. Okay. For players who have already played the okay, so I guess campaign is the new standard campaign. Start game. Melee attacks don't generate heat. Loading is a little bit slow in this game, as you saw in the intro video. I might start doing a little bit like Kiko does and have the intro video be an entirely different short video. But it's a little bit... The background of Battletech is a little bit like a lot of these far advanced sci-fi things. Humanity spreads out. There is several generations of peace under in this case it's kind of an Imperium, I guess. I don't know, they wouldn't call it an Imperium. I can't remember what it was. Inner Sphere, the Concordant or whatever. I can't remember exactly what they call it. And of course that became sort of a hereditary position, I'm guessing, because there's a lot of nobles and such. I'm not big on the history of the game, of the setting. And eventually, when you get into hereditary stuff,
I am Kamea of House Arano,
stuff starts
High
falling
Lady
apart.
of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromadir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times. About the Star League.
There we go.
A golden age of prosperity. Upheld by the great mechwarriors of old. Guardians of the innocent. Protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
Take your own advice. Okay. Now, we absolutely cannot make the only mech warrior character I've ever played, and that was because she had amnesia, and I was lazy, but I also wanted to do the thing where discover your character's past as she went along. We absolutely cannot do that. This person absolutely has a background. Small kingdom in the rimward periphery, region of space that lies on the outskirts of the more densely colonized inner sphere. It is home to the Oregon Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy ruled by the Arano family. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Oregon Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It is here your story begins. Okay, decades ago, your family came to the Reach from... Let's see here. Kurita, which, you know, very Japanese and fierce, disciplined fighters, no matter the odds they might face in the battlefield. Ethnically diverse as any of the vast and still empires, is also one of the most culturally homogeneous. Founding of House Kurita has succeeded in uniting people at the combine into a single culture, one heavily molded around the medieval Japanese society. While some, most notably the descendants of the conquered principality of Rasselhaig, continue to chafe the uniformed Draconian society, overall this created a more cohesive populace and military than seen in other great houses. So, you are going to be a noble. You are a noble. So you have the Kurita, Marek, Davian, Steiner, Lau, and then you have some peripheries stuff. Okay, so the free worlds. Enduring fighters value justice and equality above all else. Oldest, most theoretically democratic of the great successor states. Actually a broad coalition of many minor noble houses. It has been ruled under martial law by a captain general who by tradition is from House Merrick. The cultural diversity and relative independence component regions are at once the greatest strength of the Free Worlds League and its greatest weaknesses. So, sort of what people want America to be. US, I mean. Federated Suns. Mech warriors who hail from Federated Suns tend to possess more finely honed skills and better equipment than their counterparts from other regions of space. Righteous warriors and champions of liberty, sometimes to a fault. Though nearly extinguished by the Draconis combine in the First Succession War, the Federated Suns, constitutional monarchy ruled by the renowned House Davian, has become arguably the most powerful of the 5 great successor states. Through skillful military campaigns and subtle diplomacy, Davion has significantly increased the number of star system under its control in the last 2 centuries. They're kind of like crusaders, from what I understand. You know, mech warriors who hail from the Lyran Commonwealth tend to be hardy, well-equipped, and well-trained, though they also have a reputation for not being particularly strategic thinkers on the battlefield. Wealth is the greatest strength of the merchant princes of the Lyran Commonwealth, ruled by House Steiner. Despite a number of humiliating defeats in the first 2 succession wars, Lyran Commonwealth has bounced back thanks to the combined strength of its economy. The biggest of the 5 great successor states, it has controlled the Inner Sphere's largest functioning battle mech factories. That's another thing. When the Inner Sphere fell, there was a lot of tech lost. So there's a lot of stuff out there that, from older times, that they don't know how to build anymore. What the Lyran Commonwealth may lack in military prowess, it makes up for it with raw numbers and industrial scale. Yep. Capellan Confederation. Dedicated and steadfast combatants capable of holding the line and often surprising those who would make the mistake of underestimating them. Had suffered the most at the hands of other successor states of the last 2 centuries of war, having lost nearly half of the territory it once controlled at the height of Star League's rule. Over time, the leadership of House Lao has transformed the Capellan Confederation into a socialist police state with highly regulated economy. Most Capellans take great pride in their citizenship, which must be earned through service to the state. Starship Troopers. So, samurai, U.S. idealized, European crusader state, corporations, merchant princes, money. What are you? Oh yeah, the socialists, Starship Troopers types. Magistracy, blah blah blah. Magistracy can run the gamut of all skill and fighting styles, but they often favor clever, unorthodox tactics on the field. Smaller than the great successor states, is one of the major powers of the Rimworld periphery. Matriarchal society led by a magistrix. It is an elected position open to any woman, largely controlled by House Cinderella due to the family's popularity. Open society that ensures personal liberty of all citizens and the right to live their lives as they see fit. Okay. Tend to be stubborn and aggressive. The Taurian Concordat. They can be quick to anger, but they are nonetheless skilled and perceptive combatants. Founded as constitutional monarchy under the leadership of House Calderon, is the strongest military power in the Rimworld periphery. These are probably going to be the other people we're dealing with to try to get Camilla her place back. It is also one of the oldest surviving realms of human civilization, having been formed long before the creation of Star League. Taurian citizens enjoy extensive freedoms guaranteed by the Concordant Charter. Take pride in defending those freedoms through compulsory service. The Concordant has long had an antagonistic relationship with the Inner Sphere, particularly the Federated Sons. Interesting. Oh. They can be anything from petty thugs to ruthless tacticians, so to skilled and honorable warriors. Nations of minor noble houses of the Rimworld periphery have long played a role in shaping humanity. The Star League's downfall began at the periphery, eventually leading to the current tattered state of these disparate star systems on the edge of known space. Galaxy's frontier with great houses play deadly politics, petty banditry, bandit kingdoms thrive, and pirate bands prey on minor noble houses trying to survive in this hostile environment. Oof. Are rare, but even rare is the mech warrior who will admit to such an origin. Beyond the outermost edges of the periphery lie depths of space that remain uncharted and unknown to most of human civilization. Little is known about these regions, but they are far from uninhabited. The deep periphery is littered with abandoned colonies and small outposts, and go far enough you find the clans. Isolated from the rest of humanity, after the fall of Star League, General Alexander Kerensky led the remnants of the Star League Defense Force into the deep periphery, disappearing from the Inner Sphere and from recorded history. Oof. Clans. Okay, so I don't want this one, because I want somebody who's left the society, felt the society pushed them out. Draconis works for that. Federated Sons kind of work for that. This Yeah, all of this can kind of work, really. So can this, really. Um, it's kind of the military martial law is kind of a thing. So who do I want to be? Don't want to be deep periphery. We're gonna actually, I think, take Steiner. We'll go with Lau. Though immigrants to the augury unreached, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of Aurigan space. By the time you were born, your family had become the de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir to the family's titles and ancestral battle mech, and old Blackjack VJ-1. This is where you met Braju Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Succession Wars whom your parents hired on for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Strict but capable teacher, you quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life. So you are of noble birth just automatically. Until the day of the 16th birthday when you were exiled, struck out on your own. Family went bankrupt. Family died in an accident. Family was betrayed. So we're going to get the Blackjack no matter what. This is, we did a thing. This is... So, going back here, this is where our family came from, rather than us. So... Okay. I don't want to... We could do Exiled. Exiled is gunnery and tactics. Piloting and tactics. Called shot opportunities also reduce the penalty for indirect fire. Improves the minimum range of weapons. Threshold of stability that triggers unsteady. Cool. And this is gunnery. Higher chance to hit. Okay, cool. Went bankrupt. Guts. Maximum health of mechwarriors. It also reduces penalty from weapon recoil and increases the threshold of heat that triggers overheat. Okay, cool. You watched your family fortune, income, and influence slowly dwindle away until there was nothing left. Your parents, driven to despair, took their own lives. Piloting and guts. Died in a freak jump ship accident. After which you discovered they had left nothing but piles of debt. Selling everything to sell the debt, you set off on your own with only your family's ancestral blackjack to your name. Family was betrayed. Gunnery and guts. Betrayed and seen power destroyed. You defeated the betrayers, but you were the sole surviving member of your house. Nothing but your family's ancestral blackjack left to call your own. You set off to make a new life for yourself. Long and close range engagements. Okay, so we're going to go with this mostly for the stats. Out on your own, fell to the life of a soldier. Okay, we were... Okay. A frontier pirate. A Solaris gladiator. An inner sphere mercenary. Frontier freelancer. Or a merchant guard. None of these give plus to guts. Oh, no, frontier pirate, but I don't want to be a pirate. Okay, this would be, we've been working with the family for a long time, and it would also give us +1 to gunnery. Right now we have +1 piloting, +1 guts. Here, the famed arena planet, getting by from paycheck to paycheck. I kind of want to do either the freelancer or the soldier. Let's go with the soldier that we've been with this family for a while. On an ill-fated mission, you were caught behind enemy lines and separated from your lance. Raju happened to be on patrol nearby and launched a daring rescue. Upon finding out it was you he had rescued, he brought you into the House Rana Royal Guard. So it is that you find yourself reunited with your old mentor, preparing your ancestral blackjack for guard duty on the coronation day of Lady Camilla Arano. Yeah, so let's look at this one. What would happen here? Your outfit's luck eventually ran out, landing you in a Regan Coalition prison. Hearing of your run of bad fortune, Raju dragged you out of jail, giving you a second chance under his mentorship. After heavy rehabilitation, you proved your worth and were inducted into House Arano Royal Guard. You were a low-level champion down to your luck and one bad fight away from the gutter until Raju heard about you, trekked all the way to Slayers to offer you passage. Okay. Pure chance brought you back to the Regan Reach as your mercenary crew took an ill-fated contact against an enclave of pirates on the outskirts of Regan space. Job went south. You were the only survivor of your unit. Raju's lance happened to be on patrol nearby. After rescuing you and helping to honor your fallen comrades, he offered you a job in the House Arano Royal Guard. Cool. Set upon by pirates and left for dead. Raju happened to be visiting the capital city and picked up your distress call. Upon rescuing you, he offered you a job in House Arano Royal Guard. While escorting a supply caravan, small outpost on the outskirts of the Regan Reach, you were set upon by pirates, left for dead. Raju happened to be visiting... Okay, so basically the same as the freelance frontier. So, in any case... Huh. I actually might do Frontier Pirate, because what does Guts give me? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Okay. Call name, call sign, she, they, he. There's a lot of they here. Oh, I actually quite like that. There's a customize button? There we go. Hair tips. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Can't rotate. It's just a portrait. I like that Roots is like most of the hair. What? Ooh. Purple hair is kind of a thing. That pink, though. We're gonna go with the pink. Okay. Gonna stay with the blue. Well, actually, let's go with the gold eyes here. It's not really showing up as gold. Yeah, that'll work. Skin. I like the skin tone. Let's see what else there is. It looks weird. I don't think... It's unfortunate because I don't think it's... They've been trying to do better darker skin things, but then you get situations like this where the reflections just hit an uncanny valley. So it's really hard to get a good looking person with dark skin. It's unfortunate. Wait, there's a clothing slider. Okay. Do that. Lighting. Actually, this looks better. Camera. Oh, you can rotate. complexion. Oh, I like that expression, complexion. Why is age under complexion so often? Wait, if... Okay, this looks much better from this angle. Okay, cool. Tattoo? Can't really see it, but okay. Almost invisible scars. Okay. Oh. Let's... Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good. Well, that's why it's almost invisible. It's, some of them are on the wrong side. I actually like that one. I like this hairstyle 11. Let's see what else is here. I think we're into... Oh! Was there one I saw that I really wanted? I think we're just going to stick with 11. I can give her facial hair. I don't really like facial hair, it's itchy. So, no. Okay. I need to shave more often. That just looks so uncertain. I like this. I like the really kind of plucked. Okay, we could do random, fuzzy, monk, kettle. But it's been a while, but we're going to go with one of mine. I couldn't do Memorial Shiroi because that was my amnesiac. Okay. So what to give her as her actual name? Okay, Percahlia. What would be a good last name? Percahlia. What would be another good name? What would be a good last name? Trying to think. There we go. Percahlia Pope-Faden. Got it. So our guts is 4, piloting is 3, everything else is 2. The rest of your family died in an accident, ended up as a frontier pirate. And that'll be it for character creation. Trying to wait for this to end, and then we're going to go on to a new video. Actually, Lord Santiago Espinosa, brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving Council of Founding Houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript their house guard and centralize power under a single throne. However, the High Lord's heir, noble lady Camilla Orano, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her uncle's directive and has rebuked his vehement pleas to reconsider. On the morning of Lady Orano's succession to the throne, her loyal captain of the guard, Raju Mastiff Montgomery, makes preparations to escort her safely to the coronation procession that awaits in Cordia City. Coronation Day, Orano Summer Planets, 8:53 local time. Time zones must be hell in this in a multi-planet setting. Rarer and higher quality than stock weapons. The more plus signs you see, the rarer the item. Interesting. Mechs moving to increase their defensive evasion bonus. Okay. There we go. Going to go ahead and go to a new video.